Another beautiful day at the range. This is Ranger Josh. We have 3 new acquisitions. I guess that I'd like to talk about for a little bit here. Got them in the last 6 months or so. Been a bit too busy to do individual reviews on them and stuff, so I guess we'll start with the Norinco M14. It looks like a UTG rail on it. It just came with that. I don't know if it's actually UTG. I think it says it somewhere. It's had some custom work done at Delask, I believe. I've had a Delask muzzle brake installed. M14 Doctor on CGN, if anybody knows who that is. He's done some work on this rifle. M14 Doc he's really good at tuning up M14s, and he just knows all there is to know about them, and he does a damn good job. Anyways, yeah, it's got the rail muzzle brake on there. You'll notice the barrel's shorter on it. It's been cut down to 18.7 inches, I believe, which is just above the 18.5 inches required for it to be a non-restricted rifle in Canada. Bring this guy out in the sun so you can see him a bit better. Shoots pretty good. I haven't really done any target type shooting with it yet. Nothing serious. I haven't put a scope on it or anything yet. I've been shooting with the irons, doing some kind of action shooting, run and gun type stuff with it. It's really fun for that anyways. I'm probably just going to keep it for that. Might use it for deer hunting and elk hunting. Next on my list is the Vineland Arms R22. These are not made anymore. It's probably because the company basically went out of business. They kind of screwed up on the making of these rifles. The machining wasn't that great in some spots, and maybe it had some design flaws, I'm not sure. Basically, I did a lot of research on this before I bought it, but they either work or they don't. Basically, it's a hit and miss when you buy these things. Mine seems to work pretty well. I get one failure to feed every once in a while, just because the magazines have trouble getting seated properly in there because the magazine well's too big. It takes Ruger magazines. You're supposed to be able to modify a Ruger bolt to fit in there should anything go wrong with it. In the internals, it takes AR-15 trigger groups. That stock is actually not an MP5 size stock. It's actually smaller, and it feels kind of like an airsoft stock. It's kind of hollow and cheap. I'm going to see what I can do about... They made an adapter for real MP5 stocks for these rifles, but they're really hard to find since they don't make them anymore. But I might just see if I can adapt my own. See if I can get a retractable MP5 stock on there, which would be really cool. But it's very accurate, and I don't know, I like it. For the price I bought it at, it was a decent buy. Oh, by the way, it's 22 LR if you didn't notice. You can pretty much tell by looking at it. And then this is my newest acquisition. I just got this a week ago. It is the Rossi Ranch Hand in 44 Magnum. I really like this gun. This is the closest thing you can get to a non-restricted handgun in Canada, which is, it's good for me, for bush carry. My summer job when I'm not at school is in the bush, usually doing geology work, and we run into a lot of bears and sometimes wolves, and it's just nice to have a last resort defense rifle with you that's light and fairly compact. pretty much the most compact a rifle gets. But being able to carry a pistol in Canada is very difficult. You have to get a special bush carry license, and it's just very incredibly difficult to get. Oftentimes the government won't even give you it. I haven't even tried to get one. But basically the only time I ever will hopefully ever need to use this is if I get attacked by a wolf or a bear stalking me for a predatory attack. I don't think I'll ever end up using it for a charging bear that's just defending its cubs or whatever. I just use my bear spray for that. But anyways, it's a fantastic little rifle. Let's see if I can. It's got a big loop lever on it. It's basically useless other than for maybe winter use, where you can fit a big glove in there. You can play around with it, doing the old dead or alive, kind of flinging it around, like, I don't know, for instance, it's kind of like going like that. This is unloaded, by the way, I've already checked it. Checked all these firearms. It's kind of fun just to, you know, load it like that, but obviously I still have to get better at it. You know, I'm not loading it, just, you know, playing around with it. I would never use this loaded, and I wouldn't advise to do that loaded because you'll probably blow your shoulder or your foot off. Other than that, so far it feeds and functions fantastically. The only issues I've come across is if you hear when I open it, it kind of squeaks a bit. I've cleaned and oiled it. I might completely disassemble it, see what's going on in there. I'll have to do some research on the internet to see what that is, but it might just go away with more use as well. Another issue I've had is loading the loading gate. Like any other lever action with the loading gate I've ever used, when you're depressing the loading gate to put a round in, the back of the previous casing you loaded often gets in the way, and you have to push very hard to get it out of the way to put the new round in. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but yeah, say the beat. Anyways, Rossi Ranch Hand. I'll take some shooting video of it, and I'll edit that into the video. I'll probably take some shooting video of the other two and put them in there as well. I'm going to try to keep this as quick as possible for now. I'll do another video when I get my holster for it, and we'll do some shooting with the holster. And yeah, so that's a Rossi Ranch Hand. The Lion Hand arms are 22, and the Norinco M14, fairly customized. And yeah, that's it. Have a good one. I'll be shooting Norinco M14 right now. Be shooting the Rhineland Arms R22. Shooting the Rossi Ranch Hand now. There's not 44 Magnum ammunition in it right now. There's 44 Smith & Wesson Special, which is it kicks a lot less, I noticed. I asked for 44 Magnum when I went to the gun store. They put it in the bag, sold it to me. Didn't even look at it. They didn't even give me the grain I asked for. But 44 Smith & Wesson Special still works in a 44 Magnum chamber. But it's a lot less kick. You'll see there's